When it comes to relationships between foreigners and Thai women, there's a lot of talk, a lot of assumptions, and even more misunderstandings. One of the most common stereotypes I hear is that Thai women are just looking for rich foreigners to bankroll their lives. But let's be real, things are rarely that black and white, that simple. Relationships are usually built on more than just money. And if you're only focused on one part of the equation, you're missing the bigger picture. Now, some are focused on money, some are not, but I'm going to get into it here. In this video, we are going to get to the heart of the matter, and I'll share my perspective based on 30 years here of living in Thailand and being married to a Thai woman for more than 25 years. It's time to break down some of the misconceptions and talk about what really happens when two people from different cultures try to get together and build a life together. This is usually more than just a financial transaction. Depends, but we're going to dig into the deeper layers of what it takes to make it work. I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok who's been living in Thailand for the past 30 years. And just to get things started, if you like this video, if you like what I do, please click like. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please do so. Hit the notification bell so that you'll stay informed of my upcoming videos and streams. Also, if you'd like to send me a Dear Scott letter, you got a question, or you need a consultation, email me at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com. All right, so when you hear the phrase, you take care of me, I take care of family, I take care of you, you might think, well, this sounds rather transactional, and you are correct. It's a pretty direct way of saying, I'm here for your support. But here's the thing, though. It's not just about gold digging. This is part of the cultural norm here in Thailand, where women, especially from the rural areas, are expected to support their families financially. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's only about money. For many, it's about duty. Their parents raised them, and now it's time to return the favor. But we're going to get into this a little bit. So when you come in as a foreigner and you have a little more disposable income, the expectation is, at some level, that you will help out. Now, here's the thing, though, that a lot of people don't like to admit. For many Thai women, especially from those from poorer backgrounds, this isn't just about manipulation for some of them. It's about survival. It's about culture. It's about a system where giving money to the family is seen as your responsibility as a man. Now, if you are dating a younger Thai woman, say from Isan, you better believe there's a good chance that her family and her are going to expect that you step up. And I'm not saying that this may only be a financial relationship, but when the dynamic involves an older, wealthier foreign man and a younger Thai woman, the money aspect will generally be a factor. The number one factor, what's important. And if you're not prepared for that, well, you are in for a rude awakening. So let me get to the numbers here based on what I've seen. And here's pretty much how it breaks down. 20 to 30% of Thai women are generally in it for love. They want to build a life together, and the financial support is a bonus. Generally, women who have jobs, women who are working, and women who hook up with men somewhat close to their age, they generally fall in love. They fall in love when they're younger, and they're not so worried about the guy only taking care of them, okay? Now, 50 to 60% want a mix of love and financial security, but the money definitely matters to them. They might love you, but they also need to step up when it comes to helping their families. And some people, they don't have to help the family at all, you see? So there's different things at play here, but they may need you to step up when it comes to the family. Now, there's 10 to 20%, and it's purely transactional. They're not after any long-term emotional connection. They're after an ATM with a pulse. And I think we all know who these girls are, or the type of girl that these are. Now, these are not really scientific numbers, but this is kind of what I figure. And I've seen it play out many times. And the catch is that it's not really all bad, especially if you recognize what it is. Then you make an informed decision about how you want to proceed. If you know this girl is not going to give you an emotional connection, but she's giving you something else you like, well, then maybe you'll continue the relationship because you don't mind parting with your money. You never know. Some guys are totally fine with this, but if you go in blind thinking that it's romance and it's nothing else, that is when you tend to get into trouble. Now, is it a bad thing if a woman is looking for financial support? It's not necessarily. Maybe that's what you're looking for, correct? Relationships have always been a two-way street. You give, they give. What matters is how upfront they are about it and whether or not you're on the same page. Okay? In Western countries, men are expected to provide in a lot of ways, and that is considered normal. The difference here in Thailand is that the financial expectation is usually more explicit and cultural. Thai women are more likely to lay it all out on the table, and the kicker is that it is part of the system where men, especially foreign men, are seen as the providers. But if you start to feel like it's becoming more of a pay-for-love situation, then that's when you need to start asking some serious questions. And if your woman is telling you outright that you need to take care of her and her family, then maybe it's time, depending on how you feel, to step back and evaluate where you stand. So let me give you some red flags to watch out for, okay? If you're dating a woman and you're seeing these things happen early on, you need to start questioning your relationship. If she never asks about you, your background, your family, your life, that's a red flag. If she suddenly is always in need of money for something, emergencies, sick buffalo, mama have a heart problem, but that's all she tells you, that's it. You just get that information and she's not going to, give you all the paperwork and show you everything. That's not what it is. She just tells you, oh yeah, I got a problem, and she expects the money. Okay, that is a serious red flag. Her family starts calling you, asking for money, and you don't even know the family. That is definitely a red flag. And also, if the moment you say, right now I can't give you any money, or no, I'm not giving you any money for another month, or something like that, and she gets distant, moody, cold, she doesn't want to touch you, she doesn't want to be close to you, well, then there's a red flag right there. If you are seeing any of these signs, then you better believe these are huge red flags. It's not necessarily about love. It's not a relationship built on mutual trust or respect. It's a transaction. It's a business. That's why I always say do not get involved with working girls, if you know what I mean. Working girls. Don't get involved with them because for the most part, they are in a business. Your relationship is not a real full-on boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. It is a transactional relationship. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself and my personal story, because my wife went to university. Now, she didn't go to university to become a housewife, and I kind of knew that. She had her own career goals and her aspirations, but we had our kids rather quickly, and we had one kid, and I said, okay, well, you're going to have to take care of my son, Alex. And then a year and a half later, we had Nicholas. Okay, you're going to have to take care of the kids. And I said, for the first 6 years or so, maybe 7 years, you need to stay home and bond with them. And she agreed. And fortunately, I was in a position where I had enough money at the time, and we were able to do this. As our children started to grow older and started school, she didn't really just want to sit back and sit at home and wait for the kids to come home and just clean the house. She wanted to start working, so she did. She got a part-time job so she could be home for them. And then she transitioned into a full-time job and slowly worked up the corporate ladder. And now she is working, and that's the way it goes. And she knows I am retired. So I was working towards retirement while she was building her career. And that's how come we are where we are. We understand this. We've been traveling on that road for a long time. And really what it is, it's about two people working together, not just one carrying all the weight of the entire relationship. So if you're in a relationship and your girl is saying that she expects you to take care, you might want to ask her and ask yourself, what about the women in Thailand who work? What about all those women? Do they work because they're just dying to work? Probably not. But some of them, they want to work because they want to be self-sufficient. They want to have money coming in. And maybe their husband works. And they work because they want more money. Okay? Maybe they need more money. Maybe they want more money. Who knows? But the two of you are supposed to be a team. And two salaries are better than one. Now, if she insists that you are the provider while she does nothing to contribute, she sleeps in until 3 o'clock, then she maybe does a little housework. At 4 o'clock, she decides, I'll start cooking some dinner. And that's all she does every day. And she hangs out with her friend gambling, or maybe she goes to the mall with them and hangs out or something like that. That's not really a partnership. And since you are not a walking ATM, it's time to move on. Simple as that. Now, that is all I have for today. This has been a tough subject, kind of a tough subject, but it's important. It's an important subject. We'll say it like that. You got to be honest about the dynamics of any relationship you have, whatever it is. Hey, I've got a girl that comes over once in a while. We get along. We sleep together. That's all we do. But we're great friends. Okay. You both got to be on the same page. And you should remember that if it feels like a transaction, it probably is. If you find a woman who truly wants to build a life with you, and she doesn't just see you as an ATM or a paycheck, then maybe you should hold on to that. Not everybody wants this, but if you do, then maybe you should hold on to it. Okay, so do me a favor again, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Send me a letter, Dear Scott letter, get a consultation at americaninbangkok@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can join the VIP section of this channel for just $1.99, as little as $1.99, if you want to help support the channel. But until next time, I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di, leo jerkan mai. That is good luck, and see you again. Take care.